And now, it's Lunchtime with Ira, live from the Las Vegas Hilton.
So because you do you feel that because you're talented in so many areas, and I don't say this as a suck-up question, I'm just curious, because you're talented in so many areas, do you feel that you're diffused in terms of an identity?
Yes, great question, great point. It's indicative, exactly right.
But you wouldn't trade it for the world, would you?
No, because I don't know, it's what I do. Listen, not to get, people are watching in the hotel, I know you're on the radio and stuff, and just to be frank about it, people get upset. They're so obsessed. If I ask one more guy in the business, hey, how you doing? Well, and you know the joke. I just did a sitcom, and I got this movie that we're going to do. Well, you just relax. How are you doing? How you doing? My kids are healthy.
Now you're asking about life rather than career.
But that's it, because when we die, no one cares. Ira, no one cares. Johnny Carson, the hero to all of us. Johnny Carson, he got a weekend on CNN. He got the Fox News, crawl on CNN, and then that was it. And then the young kids go, Johnny Carson, was he the guy? They don't know. No one cares. And your children care, your family, la familia, molto importante. It's all about the family, and of course, certainly for your close friends that you have. And people get too crazy about it, so you got to do what you got to do.
Sure.
But to answer your question, clearly people can't put Joe. It's like, matter of fact, when they come to see the show here at the Shimmer Cabaret, and we open February 18th, if I may, and we do Sunday through Tuesdays, is when they come in, we like to give them something that they don't expect at all. And if I hear one more person say, I never knew, I didn't know what you do, and it's taken me years to refine it, by the way. I see guys who could nail it, like the great talent in town, all the great talent in town here. There's so much great, talent in town that it took me so many years to get here, but I like to be kind of rediscovered or something different.
Sure.
So
when did you first start coming to Las Vegas to perform, or were you a visitor to Las Vegas before you started performing?
No, that's another good question. Jeez, I don't think I ever came in, because I was always an Atlantic City guy. Love Atlantic City. Atlantic City's in the midst, as that's absolutely at the peak of its game right now. You can't believe Atlantic City when you see it. And it's interesting. Although I meet guys in Jersey who go, I say, I'm in Atlantic City at the Hilton. Come in Atlantic, and no, we'll go to Vegas. They'll come to Vegas before they drive 2 hours.
They'll come to Vegas to see you, rather than.
I swear to God, the people are going to come to the Hilton here before they drive 2 hours down the shore. But the first place I played was here at the Hilton in 1938. It was with Bob Hope, Bing Crosby
right
was
after
open.
the Depression. I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah, the prices were like $5 to see
it.
Sure.
It was great, and the Jolson impression killed. It was great,
and it was the actual Al Jolson at the time.
We lost about half your audience.
I know, that's all right. They'll come back once you leave. But anyway, you'll be fine.
Anyway, but I played sporadically. But I never did. I never had. I never really came into. And I always appreciate what Mr. Ribas has done here at the Hilton, is to give me the opportunity to come in and really
Nick Ribas,
to sit and work it, and that's what we're going to do here. I'm in the blue collar of show business, brother. I don't get no $20 million a movie paycheck. I'm in the blue collar, and I liken that to my relatives who came from Italy, who worked hard, who came to America in steerage. Man, they didn't fly. They spent.
No, you're a down to earth, practical guy.
I don't know. It's what I do. It's what I got to tell you this. I got to tell you, because this is what happened. So this, because I know you, so I could talk to you. Vincent Falcone and I, we do the Hilton down in Atlantic City this summer. And I go in with a sextet, and no, Ira, that's not a pornographic reference. That's like the guys with the vibes.
Musicians, several of them put together behind instrumentation.
Six. So Vincent's at the bit, and we do it, and more people are coming in, man, and it's the ballroom at the Hilton in Atlantic City, beautiful, with the property down there.
Vinny, by the way, wrote that book, Sextet and the Single Woman. I don't know if you know that or not.
Why is he going to start now?
Sorry.
No.
Okay.
So people are coming in, and I'm leaving, and I'm saying, this feels real comfortable, and not the big band, not trying to imitate Frank Sinatra. There's comedy. It's a jazz riff to it. We pared it down so it's real raw and edgy.
And you got the audience.
And the audience kept coming in, and I'm feeling maybe then. Just to stay on my feet, to prepare myself for Vegas, I take a gig at a place called Chris's Jazz Cafe in Philadelphia. And I go in with Jimmy Bruno, the noted jazz guitarist, and a lot of the cats from the University of the Arts in Philadelphia, and Rick Montalbano on piano, under the tutorship of Vincent Falcone. So I go in and I work 4 shows. And nowadays everybody whines, 4 shows, 2 shows a night. I do 2 shows a night, Friday, Saturday, bang it out.
The work ethic again.
I'm telling you, small club, 150 seats, jamming. Did the tunes, did the comedy. I walked out of there, and this just was October, and I said, this is what I do. Now I know what I do.
Sure.
Only took me 25 years.
But you're comfortable with it. You'll enjoy it. So that's the thing. Of all the impressions that you do, And you do. I checked it. I checked your bio. 1,242 impressions.
No, man, no.
With Sinatra being the top one.
Yeah.
What would be your next favorite?
I enjoy doing David Letterman, and I didn't bring the teeth today because I wanted to kind of tease it. If I could tease it on your show,
yes, absolutely.
But I will be bringing the teeth and glasses in February to the cabaret. So
he's a hard one.
You know what? I fortunately or unfortunately, I look like. There's a reference a little bit, but and you won't see me on his show, but I appreciate you having me here. It's like,
do you want a pencil that you can bang on the desk?
Yeah. It's the Letterman laugh that's the best. Where he goes, with the jaw thing going, my, oh my, we're having more fun than humans should be allowed. So we do a whole thing, and Vinny's got the music, and we do the pencils, and I do a top 5, which we're writing as we speak, which varies on week to week on what happens.
It's funny because Letterman called me this morning. He said I was going to be on her show, but you were not. Yeah.
So it's fun. It's fun doing that. It's fun doing that kind of.
That's great. Even without the teeth, you can just see how you could just capture it.
It's a lot of fun.
How long does it take for you to, as on that side of all the things you do as an impressionist, to work on impressions? How long does it take you to nail?
It's a good question. It takes you a while because you can't hear it with the Frank Sinatra impression.
I'd like, for the record, I've not asked one bad question. So okay. They're all good questions.
You're a wise guy, but you can. But you can.
Thank you.
We're here in therapy.
We're here.
And if you'd like to, I'm an open book. I never mind it,
Chapter 7, the impressions.
I'm telling you. So when I did Frank Sinatra, I couldn't get him, and I couldn't quite nail it, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't nail it. And they kept saying, you got to do him on SNL, you got to do him. And I'm going, gosh, I don't know, how do I do this guy? Little did I know, the speech pattern, the register of his voice was so close because he's a North Jersey Italian-American. It was similar to mine, and it was not unlike I'm talking to you now, except he would drag it out a little bit, and he would talk very, very in kind of a staccato kind of, formula in his voice. So, all I had to do was match myself, and then I matched it. So you accidentally fall into it,
It is amazing because I think it helped, as you said, because he's from your neck of the woods. But was there one impression that you worked on over the years that was just really tough to nail, and then after a long period of time, you got it?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think somebody hasn't done this, and I may do it, I may not do it on the show because you can only do it with
Cher?
Profane language. No, Joan Rivers. That was Joan. When I did Joan Rivers, that was tough. I had to watch Joan for a while, but she's fun, So and then little did I know it was with the voice. Yeah, it was a lot of that. Oh, and I mean all the impressionists in town could do Joan, and I don't look great in a dress. So, but it was.
I disagree. I saw you.
Did you see me? Did you see me?
Menopause Musical. You were the fifth girl.
I did Joan to Joan.
Yeah,
I did Joan to Joan. So that was tough, But it's fun. You got to like the person I think that you're doing in an impression like that. So that's why to me the number one guy, of course, is Frank Sinatra. Letterman is Letterman too is a comic genius. What he does, and I mean he's no Ira, but he does good. So
before I let you go, because you've been wonderful to be on the show. We usually do about 10 or 15 minutes per segment, but you could go on forever. Which is great. But I've got to ask you about, from the outside world looking in, we see Joe Piscopo from the family and close friends that you have, and they see you as Joe, but then they see you perform. Is there a disconnect when they see you perform on stage? Is that the Joe we know?
Yeah, maybe that could be because I am Dork Dad, and I am a dad savant. It's what I do best. I got I'm writing my new book, Too Many Wives, Not Enough Children, and it's a new book coming out shortly. We'll be selling it after the show actually.
Okay.
And I love kids. I live for my children, and I have the most beautiful children in the world, from my big boy to my youngest 2-year-old daughter, and that's what I am. And when you see me at school, or you know what, you're right.
Your big boy's 63.
Yeah, he is 63. Yeah, he is. Okay. He's and again, he did very, very well. And but if I put my hat on, I'll be at school. I'll be picking up my little guy from pre-K, and I'll be driving around doing, because I 3.5 days a week I have my children. 3.5 days a week. I throw myself in, no nanny, all by myself. I get up in the morning, I get the baby changed, get her a bottle, while I get the other guys ready for school. I just absolutely love it. If people came and saw me the way we will, the grace of God, execute this at the Shimmer Cabaret in February with Vincent Falcone. Notice I plugged all that in one sentence. Wasn't that?
I know. I was going to plug you at the end of the interview, but we're at the end of the interview. Why bother, though?
But you will say, who is that guy? And
Exactly.
hopefully you'll dig it.
Thanks for being on the show.
Ira, great to see you, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Look forward to that date. Joe Piscopo, ladies and gentlemen, who will be beginning his special engagement at Shimmer Cabaret, where we're broadcasting from, along with renowned conductor Vincent Falcone and that sextet we were talking about too, Sunday through Tuesday nights at 9:30, beginning February 18th. Coming up, Las Vegas Review Journal columnist Norm Clark and Don Rickles. This is Lunchtime with Ira, live from the Las Vegas Hilton. We'll be right back.